Hello, I'm Cathy Hinde, and my piece Earthquake Mass Reimagined is nominated for an Ivor Novello Award in the Sound Art category at the Ivors Composer Awards 2022. Earthquake Mass Reimagined was commissioned by Cryptic in partnership with Anglo Arts, the Anglo-Mexican Foundation, and UNAM, the Autonomous University in Mexico City. This partnership between the UK and Mexico was really special, and it gave me the opportunity to form some really fantastic collaborations, including learning from top seismologists in Mexico and the chance to gain insights into what it might be like to live in a place where there could be an earthquake at any moment. The piece is centred around the final movement of Antoine Brumel's beautiful 15th century choral work known as the Earthquake Mass, composed for 12 individual voices. I worked with the UNAM University Choir, Staccato, and their director, Marco Ugalde, and sound engineer Paco Avelera to create recordings of each individual voice of the Agnus Dei, which I then had pressed to 12 vinyl records. The vinyl is really important to the idea, as it is like an engraving of a physical sound wave of each voice, like an imprint or a fossil. And a seismic wave is the same as a sound wave, but much lower in frequency, and all the more physical in how it can shake the earth and fracture the surface of the planet. So the installation consists of 12 adapted turntables. Each one has a computer-controlled mechanism to lift the needle up and down and to fade the sound up and down. And these adaptations all respond to seismic data generated from the earthquake that shook Mexico in 2017. So my idea was to fragment the voices up into tiny parts and then reconfigure them. So when the data shows high seismicity, the needles jump up and down a lot, creating a kind of analogue granulation of vocal sounds. And then as the seismicity drops, the vocal fragments get longer but with less voices present. And the data reconfigures many other parameters, also with some elements of randomness. So along with the combination of the analogue playback of physical records, it means that each time the data is interpreted, it creates a new version of the piece. I also composed a 4-channel soundscape by experimenting with the recordings of the voices in specific locations in Mexico that had historical seismic activity. I re-recorded the singers' voices through the ground using a transducer and a contact mic, as if the voice were a seismic wave. And I resonated the voices inside 16th century earthquake-damaged monasteries to generate tonal drones. So I extend my thanks to Cryptic, Anglo Arts and UNAM for making it happen, and to my many collaborators, including Matthew Olden, who programmed the software, and Jasmine Butt, who helped in so many ways with the fabrication of the adapted turntables. And finally, a huge thank you to the Ivors Academy for the nomination. It's a privilege to be in such great company, and I'm looking forward to meeting my fellow nominees at the award ceremony.